The Winnipeg Jets versus the New York Rangers at MSG tonight. The marquee in front should read Conor Hellebuck versus Igor Shesterkin, the two best goalies in the game right now, which brings us to today's talking point with Martin Biron. Marty, while Conor Hellebuck and Igor Shesterkin have both risen to the top of the goaltending class, the paths they've taken are a lot different. So let's break them down. What makes Conor Hellebuck better than Igor Shesterkin at certain aspects of the game?
They are both very different, just like your goaltending style, Gino, and my goaltending style, very different goaltenders.
Yeah.
But when you look at Conor Hellebuck, the one thing is that it's about structure. And that's why Conor Hellebuck has been able to play so many games, so many minutes over the last 5 years. He's played the most minutes in the National Hockey League. Why? Because it's all about structure. His positioning, his body, compact, doesn't let any pucks go through him. His reads, he's always reading the play and knowing where to be before the play actually gets there. So he doesn't have to rely on athleticism and splits and, spectacular saves. Everything should hit him in the chest, in the breadbasket. Everything should be in front of him. And that's what has made him so good and so predictable as a goaltender when you look at the Winnipeg Jets and knowing where he's going to be, how he's going to make the saves, and how consistent he will be in net.
All right, let's go to the other net now. What does Igor Shesterkin do better than Conor Hellebuck?
Igor Shesterkin is all about athleticism and flash, right? He's got a fantastic glove hand. He can do the splits and rely on that quick lateral speed. He's going to catch up. When you think that the net is open, there's no way the goaltender can make a save. All of a sudden, Igor Shesterkin comes out of nowhere to make that save. That is how Shesterkin has made his name. And that's why he's been so spectacular and saying, I'm the best goalie in the league. I agree. He's probably the best goaltender in the league. But they're both so different. Here's the other thing with Igor Shesterkin. He loves to play the puck and he plays it well. So this is an added aspect to his game where it's not just about stopping the puck, but it's about helping the defense, helping the breakout. He loves to get outside the crease, play the puck, and he plays it well. So very much spectacular when you look at Shesterkin with the great glove hand and everything compared to Conor Hellebuck.
Let's get back to Hellebuck. Hellebuck's got the best goals against the league right now. He's the only goalie with a GAA under 2. It's amazing. What do you think of the way he's bounced back from his rough playoff performance last year against the Avs?
Yeah, that was a big question mark for me. How does the Jets and, most importantly, Conor Hellebuck going to bounce back after Hellebuck last year said, I played some of my best hockey in the first round against the Colorado Avalanche. I'm like, did you see your numbers? Did you not see how the goals went in? It looked like you were on a very much lower level than what the Avalanche could bring. But maybe that's why Conor Hellebuck was able to bounce back. It's that confidence. I think the start to this season was very unexpected for me to look at Hellebuck and the Jets, but mostly Hellebuck, knowing that he struggled against the Avalanche last year. And what has been so impressive is that after 2, 3, 4 wins, it has been the same story over and over again. It's, look, we can rely on our goaltender. He's going to be there. It doesn't matter if it's weaker opponents, tough opponents. He has shown up and been very consistent. So I've been impressed after the subpar performance last year in the playoffs to see Hellebuck bounce back. But maybe it's all about confidence, knowing that he felt he played good when everybody said it wasn't so good. Well, he resumed this season playing super and really well because of that confidence.
Okay, here's a pet peeve for both of us. I realize goalies get the Vezina, that's their award, but they almost never win the Hart as the MVP. Only 2 goalies have won the Hart this century, Jose Theodore and Carey Price. Do you see any way that Hellebuck could defy the odds and win the Hart this season?
Absolutely. I think if Conor Hellebuck continues to play at the same rate that he's played over the last few years and this season and ends up playing over 60 games, maybe even pushing 65 games for the season, and the numbers are as dominant as what they are right now, I don't think he has to stay under 2 goals against average per game. But if he does, it's going to resemble what Carey Price did when he won the Hart Trophy in one of his best seasons ever. But when you look at the Jets, the Jets have some great players. Obviously, Kyle Connor's having a great start this season. Shifley, Morrissey, they're all really good players. But what would that team be without Conor Hellebuck? That's the question that you always have to ask yourself. Yep. And the Jets would not be where they are, would not be a dominant team if it wasn't for Conor Hellebuck. It allows the team to play their style and to be able to feel confident that they are going to get that save. For that reason alone, and I don't think you can measure that with numbers, but for the reason that Conor Hellebuck is the backbone to that team, I think he should be considered in one of the most valuable players to his team and around the National Hockey League.
Could not agree with you more, my friend. It's the Talking Point with Martin Biron.